We have got a grey waste water problem with our self-built camper van. The problem is, it doesn't drain very well. So today we're going to be fitting one of these, a Whale Gulper, which should solve all of our problems, making sure all of the grey waste drains properly. Let's get into it. Yes! Yes! Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are fitting the Whale Gulper grey waste pump, this thing, because our grey waste isn't draining very well. It does drain-ish. In the last video we installed a 68 litre grey waste tank where the spare wheel used to go. That's great, it went in very well. However, when I hooked up all the pipes, the water doesn't drain. Let me show you. In the shower room, turn the tap on, and almost immediately that is backing up. It does drain, but you can see there that is filling up with water. Same in the kitchen sink. As you can see, the sinks don't drain very well, which isn't ideal. A couple of problems going on here. The first is that the wastewater tank inlet is really high. Let me show you. So the inlet is up there really high, but the pipework, which needs to run along the bottom of the chassis members there, is lower. So basically the water needs to try and travel uphill, which is just impossible. It's just not going to happen. Now I could lower the inlet hole, but if you lower the inlet hole, you then reduce the amount of wastewater that you can carry. So I wanted to try and avoid that if I can. The other problem might be some of the pipework is a little bit saggy. Basically the fall of my wastewater pipes isn't ideal because it's having to travel all the way back to the back of the van. If we had installed the wastewater tank sooner, I probably would have gone with a wastewater tank that's slotted up in the sides. However, now that everything's in and we've got wires running, that just wasn't an option. So if you're installing your wastewater tank, maybe consider installing ones that fit underneath and, you know, along the sides of the van. Anyway, we need to find a solution. That solution is a pump. So we need to install the following things. The Whale Gulper, which is a 12-volt pump that sucks water through to the waste tank. And shout out to CJL Leisure that have kind of helped me with this. The good thing about this pump is it's designed to get all skanky with shower waste. 2.5mm cable, a new switch needs to go in, and then we need to plumb it up. If you are enjoying this content, make sure you hit subscribe, and don't forget that we've got new merch inspired by our Arctic adventure available in the A Buck Life store. Where are we going to mount the pump? Okay, it's going to go above the rear axle, mounted on the underside of the vehicle. It's just got 4 self-tapping screws. Oh, this fucking thing's leaking on me. That's that trap. That trap is shit. It doesn't work. Well, it works, but it just drips. I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean under here. Just using some isopropyl alcohol. There looks like there's a seam here, so I'm going to need to avoid that and put it this side of it. That wants to go. They are marked out, very hard to see. I'm going to center punch it, drill it, protect it so it doesn't rust. Center punch, or a nail and a hammer. Yeah, I'm under the van. Pilot hole drills. Yeah, don't touch the screws. Don't. I know what happened last time we had screws. You chucked one in a hedge. Didn't you? You cheeky monkey. You cheeky monkey.
What are you doing out with the bolt and
pilot hole for the self-tapping screws? I've just got a 3mm drill bit. Next up, stop it from rusting, get this on. Cotton bud. Someone suggested that, a viewer, instead of using paintbrushes, which I can rate, to be fair. I am just going to put a little bit of Sikaflex on those holes, again, just to stop any moisture, any rust getting in there. Then wash it on screw, and we can screw it in. Are you hot? it. One. Try and get one in the other side. Oh no! Yes! Why has the van got wheels? Right, I've lost the washer in the diff guard. The missing washer has been secured. Ow! Okay. And that one goes in there. Yes! The pump is installed and I'm quite happy with that. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
That's the location in which I could see that CGL Leisure had mounted them similarly, so it's kind of the method I've gone with. Now I just need to connect up the pipes. So I've got this, which comes from my drains. That needs just cutting and putting onto there. That one just needs cutting and putting onto there. One of them on that. Oh no! Oh, f***ing pipe! Oh. You get me a towel, B?
What towel?
Any towel. I am suitably wet and pissed off, but I have some assembly grease. Lube the tube. Oh, my t-shirt is so wet. Little man brought me a cloth, bless him. Right, okay. Let's get that on there. That is awkward as fuck. Ah, success. Yes. Yes. Probably should have put that pipe on before I mounted it. And from what I can gather from CGL website is that their pipes just flow up and down all the way through. So hopefully I can really pin all these pipes nicely up into there. Look at the state of my back. I've got it in my mouth. Top tip, drain your waste system before you decide to about with it. I just need to connect the pump to the tank and we're good to go. That is now connected. Right, we are fully connected back up. That's all in. Pumps all up. Just need to pull this wire back up to there. Oh, was that your bottom, little man? Was that a trumpy bottom? It was, wasn't it? You little trumper. Next job, we need to install this switch into this electrical panel. It's gonna go there. I get loads of questions about these. These are just C-line switches. If you just Google C-line switches, and then they have all kinds of attachments. Like USBs, switches, 230 sockets. I wish I'd put in some more of these and more blanks, because this and this one, both additional extras that we've had to fit as we've fitted more things. So I could have done with a few spares. So if you're planning a build, put in some spares or some blanks. To Hoover job. Yes, a dust-free drill, because it would have been awkward removing everything there. And she's in. Boom. Ready now for wiring. I'm going to run the wire down there, behind, under the cooker, down through here, through the floor. It's 32 degrees in here. 32. But there's always time for a Buck Life mug and a cup of tea from Ginny. I'm going to drill through the floor just here. Nice. There is our little hole. Again, just deburr that. Give it a quick clean. this again. That just got me. Good job I had glasses on. I'm just using 2.5mm twin core and some 9mm conduit. This is going up here. In we go. Through here, and it pops out here. I'm just wiring this in. I always use ferrules on anything that's connecting into something like that. Stranded wires are your enemy when it comes to fires in campervans. That is all wired into the switch, and it's also wired into my 12-volt circuit board. Little note to self, but yeah, just giving yourself a bit more space around it. And if I did a van build again, I'd just give myself that little bit of extra space. We can label it up. There we go. That's all wired up at this end. Now I just need to wire it up on the other end and we're ready to test it. So I need to thread this cable underneath the van. Losing the light. Had to put the kids to bed. Well, not put them to bed because they're not asleep yet. They are chaos. Managed to feed the wire and wire up with some spade connectors, the pump. So now we just need to stick a fuse in and we're good to go. It comes with an inline fuse, but I spoke to Si at CGL and he said just put one in the 12-volt fuse board. So same value, 5 amp. One of these orange bad boys. Into there. Right, that's in. Now the moment of truth really to see if the gulper works. Let's get some water going, fill that up. Right, moment of truth. The moment of truth, the reason why I'm saying moment of truth is because the Whale Gulper, it's designed to drain one thing at a time, I think. So it's designed to drain the kitchen sink. I'm not sure if it can take multiple lines of waste coming into it. So we'll see. We may need to adapt or change the pipework slightly. But hopefully it will just suck this water in. Let's find out. Power on. Oh, wow. That's it. Ah, wow. That makes a nice noise. That's it. Oh my god. That's fully working. Fully working. That is fully working. Yes! That works. That works. Need to test the shower as well, but that works. I was slightly worried because from all the research I'd done on it, nowhere said about multiple lines going into it, so that was my only slight worry. Just tested the shower and it's another success. Put in the comments a celebratory emoji if you can feel my happiness through this. That's just working. Boom. Happy days. These jobs always take longer than you think, especially when you've got toddlers running around. I can't believe we have a waste tank. Ah, we have a waste tank and let's just check it's draining out. So that now is draining out of my drain hole. So I've got a bit of tidying up to do. I need to cable tie all my cables up. The alternative switch here is for the next video, which is the auto dump valve. So there won't be a manual valve to dump the water. We'll just have a switch that you can turn on. Oh, yes! Been grinding on this on and off all day. I must just say, big thank you to Si at CGL Leisure. Oh, got a few things to tell you. Cost of the van I have worked out and I will be doing a video on it very shortly. Ugh. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Whale Gulper, something you might consider fitting in your van. Click here if you want to see another build video from this beast of a camper van. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye.